Hi, Aletha here with Create Your Future, and thank you for joining me on this video. Today we're going to talk about being stuck and why I'm not seeing any movement, but I'm doing all the work. We're going to talk about that in just a moment, but before we do, I want to remind you that Create Your Future is still giving away a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast, and that I have courses available, and I also do one-on-one coaching. All the links are in the description box below. Okay, why are you stuck? You're stuck. You've been working so hard, doing your affirmations, doing your imaginations, trying to live from the end of already being the person who has the thing your heart desires. However, it has to be very consistent. It can't be trying, it can't be in and out. You have to assume, as Neville Goddard says, that you already are the person that your heart desires to be, that you already have the thing that your heart desires to possess. And so you cannot live in a concept of yourself that says, I don't have those things. Most of the time, while you're doing your affirmations and trying to say them, trying to get what you want. You see, what happens is we have a concept that I don't have this, so I'm going to do all of my affirmations and my imaginal work to get it. But that's not the way it works. See, the universe does not recognize time. It only recognizes the identity of who you are. Who are you saying you are in the moment? If I am saying my affirmations from a place of not having so that I can get it, then that's a place of scarcity and lack, and it's going to manifest into my life more scarcity and lack. But if I change my concept, I let the old, familiar, comfortable concept go, the one that has been built around me for so long, and I decide that I want to be with my specific person right now. So I don't live from the state of consciousness that says they're out there somewhere living with somebody else or just doing their own thing and we're not together. I don't live from that concept anymore. I don't live from all the things they've said and done in the past. I don't live from the latest text from them. I don't live from any of that. I don't live from anything that is not in alignment with me being the person who has my SP right now. Because if I want my specific person to be in my life in the 3D, it first has to be in my life internally, inside. I have to feel the feelings of being that person now. And you're not pretending. So it is accepting the fact that the way the universe works, the way the law of assumption works, is that you first have to have the feeling, have the possession of whatever you want inside of you first before it can be pushed out and then reflect into your 3D reality. The law of reversibility sounds like this. If an outer effect can cause an inner state of being, then experiencing that inner state of being first can also cause the outer effect. And you see, that's the way the universe works. You have to feel it and be it and have it be your truth inside of you before you actually see it in the 3D. Because when you have it inside of you first, that's the very thing that's going to cause it to manifest. So if your concept is I don't have them, but I'm working towards getting them, then you're going to continue to work towards getting them. But if you decide to make a choice, you either have or you don't have. I'm going to choose to have. And in that choice, I'm choosing that I'm already living with my specific person. We're already dating. Whatever it is that your goal is, you live from that, assuming it from the end that you already have it, and you live internally from there, regardless of what's going on in the current 3D reality. And you do not allow yourself to attach to the current 3D reality, because that's the delusion. That's not real. That's only a reflection of your past thoughts. The true reality is consciousness. Whatever you are conscious of being inside of you, where all the power is, That's what's going to push out of you and then be reflected back. So if you want your specific person back, you want better health, you want more income, you want to go on that vacation, you want many, many things, anything that your heart's desiring, if you want it, you first have to believe, feel, assume that it's yours now inside of you before you ever see it show up in the 3D. Because that's the only way it will show up in the 3D. Your identity. Who are you saying you are? You're the person without your SP or you're the person with them? Which one's going to manifest? Both. If you say you're the person without them, it will continue to manifest no matter how many affirmations you say. Because you're living from a state of consciousness that says, I don't have them. And that's the power right there to push it out and have that reflected back to you. But if you make the choice to have them and you live from that state of consciousness internally, where the power is, that will get pushed out and then be reflected back to you. And you will have manifested your dream, the thing that you love and want in externally. It will manifest to you externally. It will leave you and move pushed out and then reflect back. So all you need to do is change your concept of yourself. Not just like, oh, I'm worthy and I'm valuable, I'm the prize, there's no one better than me. Okay, fine, that's good, and I'm glad for you and I'm happy for you, because we need a strong personal self-concept and self-esteem. But I'm talking about something even greater. Well, it's not greater. I'm talking about understanding that whatever you believe yourself to be, if you believe that you are living without your SP, then you're going to continue to manifest that. If you believe or assume that you are living with that person, that you are in communication with that person, that you guys are in a loving, supportive relationship, then that will push out. You've got to first be it internally before you can experience it externally. And it's really a choice. That's your free will, either or. I either am with them or I'm not. And you get to choose which one you're going to think about, which one are you going to assume you are, which one's going to be your truth, which one is going to be your state of being, which one is going to be your state of consciousness, because whatever I am conscious of is reflected back to me. So you want to stop being stuck, you want to manifest quickly, then you become the person your heart desires first inside of yourself, where all the power is. Allow it then to be pushed out and reflected back to you, and you will have it. It will manifest. But remember, it's either or. You're either living from not having it, or you're living from having it. And if you're somewhere in the middle, then you're getting a little here and a little there, but you're not getting the full thing that you want. So you've got to go all in, full force. Live from assuming that you are now the very thing that your heart desires. You have it now. Feel that joy, feel that love, feel that beauty, and live from that state of consciousness, and it will manifest, and you will not be stuck anymore. You can't be stuck when you're living from the very thing your heart desires, right? You got it. It's yours. Enjoy.